my guest here who is behaving so much better than my previous guest because my previous guest, without she's laughing already, but before I introduced him, he was laughing and wanted to talk so much, and I kept interrupting. Like, you can't because people don't know. And then I'm like, I guess they know. But I'm gonna introduce this person that I have today in my podcast. It's someone that I love so much. She's one of my best friends in New York, one of my biggest supporters. I am so proud of her. She's a talented actor, producer. She's like the best person ever. She's working so much in her career and she's just like amazing. She's always working, doing so much, and she's my favorite leading lady. Welcome, Kaylee McNeilage.
Oh my gosh, that was such a nice
I love you.
introduction.
I
You're the
love
best. I love you. I could say all those same things about you
stop.
and
No. This
turn
is
it right
about
around.
you. I like to start this. Well, this is like so crazy. This is my first time doing this. This is my first time doing it in English because
I know. I'm so honored.
of course I my first one my first podcast episode was on with Jose and it was in Spanish. And as I
Yes.
explained this on social media and I explained it in Spanish, so I'm gonna do this just one time in this episode and then people are gonna know for the next few. I was like struggling when I was trying to think about this project, Kate. I was like, oh, I would like to do something that doesn't have to do anything with anyone else. It's just me kind of like creating it. And, I don't have to wait for anyone. It's just like me doing it. But then I told Jose, like, I'm not sure if I want to do this podcast in Spanish or English. Like Spanish is my mother tongue and like that's the language I like spoke like my whole life. And I want to do it that way to kind of like celebrate, like my family in Venezuela and everything. But then I was like, but if I only do it in English, like in Spanish, then all of my friends in New York and the amazing people that I've met in the city are not gonna understand a single word. And I like some of my biggest supporters in the last few years are people that don't speak Spanish, like speak English because they're from here. So I'm like, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, what should I do? And then we were talking and he was like, just do both. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I can't just do an hour episode and then translate it in subtitles. And he was like, no, like just play around with it. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I can do one episode in Spanish, one in English, one in Spanish. I have like wonderful, talented friends that I can invite that speak Spanish and we can talk about all the Delulu stuff and like our obsessions and their careers, but I also can do that with friends from here. So I get to do both. And I was like, okay, so Jose, you're gonna be my first guest in Spanish, of course. And then I'm like, I need someone that I love, someone that I respect so much, and someone that I feel like it's probably like the most Delulu friend that I have. And I said that with
Yeah.
so much love and respect
No, it's so
because
true.
I hate something that I hate is a strong word, but something that I don't like is when I get obsessed with something, I send voice notes and text messages and like I get
Yeah.
so excited, as you know. And some people are like, oh yeah, cool. I'm like,
No.
hello?
No.
Hello? But then you find people like Caitlin who will respond to you with a 6-minute voice note. And then you're
Every
like,
time.
oh my gosh, yes, this is what I need about anything. Could be life, could be a book that we're reading, a show that we're watching. And that I love it. I'm like, she's like the perfect combination of someone that I love, respect, admire, that I want to talk about her career also, but someone that I can talk about being crazy and passionate about things that we read or watch or whatever. So
Totally. Oh, that's
I'm
so
so
sweet.
happy you're
I
here.
really am I'm so honored. I'm honored to be here. And yeah, you got the right girl.
I always want to start the episode kind of like, of course, talking about you and how much I love you, but also how we met and when we met. Do you remember when
Yes.
we met, how we met?
Well, I believe, if I remember
I
correctly, it
believe.
was, I believe, I think it was the first summer that I ever did Center Stage
Yeah,
Summer.
yeah,
So, Center Stage being a musical theater company for children
yeah.
where we both work.
Hmm.
Um, and there's like
Was
a summer program.
21?
Yeah,
Crazy. That's
yeah,
5 years
it would have
ago.
been summer 2021. We are very much like still wearing masks, even outdoors,
Yeah.
and teaching mostly outside. a little bit inside. But yeah, it was crazy. And yeah, we were both working there.
It's
And
crazy. But
I
I
think
feel
that's,
like it's crazy because I feel we connected like the minute we met each other. Like I remember with other friends from there, like it got like after a few months, like now we're so close. But I think with you and Bianca specifically, we were just like boom.
yeah,
Like I was
it
like,
was pretty immediate.
I'm like, I love this person like so much. Like
Yeah,
we're like on the
same.
same, I love it. No, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That was 5 years ago, which is like crazy.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? It's crazy.
It,
But
it feels like it was like at the same time, not that long ago, and then also a
uh
million years ago. Like that feels like a different lifetime. Like I don't even remember who those people were. Like I feel like we're just different people now, and
we
so much has
are. We're
changed. And it was like,
stronger
we
than
really
yet.
are.
Should I
God
play for
bless. Yes.
nothing? Wait, beautiful. This is
You're nailing it. You're nailing that.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I don't even know if you can hear it because I just turn around like that, but whatever.
I
Um,
love it.
so after like talking about how we met, I always want to talk about like an obsession that we have.
Of course.
And we
We
have
have so
many.
many. Yeah. Jinx.
I love that Kate texted me this morning and she was like, I mean, I know we're both so sad about Stranger Things and like not
So
happening.
sad.
The whole theory, should we just change the subject? I'm like, you know what? No, because it was part of our week.
No.
Like
Let's get
Caitlin,
into it.
Caitlin works so much. She's like working 24/7. And I don't know how, and I know you were sick,
I
but
had the flu. That's how.
I don't know how with like your all your emails and all the things you're like working on and producing and doing. She was sending me like I was actually sad when it passed like an hour or two, and I didn't have a screenshot. I didn't have a screenshot of like a tweet, like something
Something
on
new.
Twitter I
Yeah.
can't say X, like it feels so weird saying
I
X.
know. I still call it
Still
Twitter.
say Twitter. But I'm like, wait, what's happening? You don't have
I
any
know.
updates? Like people, I'm pretty sure people are gonna know about this, but we love Stranger Things. I'm gonna start saying
Yes.
that. Like we love
Great
Stranger Things.
show. Yes.
Such a great show. I was obsessed with it the minute it came out.
Hmm.
I think I just love horror and kind of like suspense. Like I love those kinds of shows. And of course, there were kids, so like it was just so beautiful when it came out and people were obsessed. Um, but also the Duffer Brothers had said like a lot of times all the inspirations and like all the things that they love that got inspired like to do the show. And I know you know this, like Titanic is like my biggest obsession ever, but one of my favorite movies as a kid, and it still is, it's The Goonies. The
I
Goonies,
love the Goonies.
Goonies is like
Yes.
one of the best movies
Great
ever
movie.
made. So when they, when you watch and you're like, this is me,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's not. Like I've seen it.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
And then you
Yeah.
realize, oh, it's Goonies, E.T., Stephen King, and as you know,
Yes.
we love Stephen King in this house.
Yes. Of
Um,
course.
so it's just such a good show for the people that love those kinds of movies and things.
Yeah.
And it was great since minute one. And of course, we were waiting for 2 years for this last season. And I'm
Yes.
not gonna say I didn't like it. I was just like, I watched volume one and I was like, great. Watch
Hmm.
volume two, and I'm like, okay, good, okay, sure. And then the last episode came out at the movie theater. And I wasn't even like I didn't leave the movie theater saying like I know a lot of people were like mad and I was like I'm not mad. I'm like it was cute. It was like they're happy in the end. But I was like okay with it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say oh my gosh this is like mind blowing. Like this is great. But I was like it's okay. But then my brother called me on Monday and he was like, "Hey, have you like been on social media?" And I'm like, why?" Well, there's like this whole theory about Stranger Things not ending. And I'm like, "What do you mean not ending?" Because like, well, there's like a lot of like I hate saying it because I'm a writer, so I don't like when people say like plot holes. Like I hate saying that, but like there's a lot of things that didn't make sense. And then it doesn't look like a mistake at this point. It kind of looks like they're building something up. Like there's something
Yeah.
behind it.
Like it was on purpose.
Like it was on purpose. And I'm
Yeah.
like, really? And then he starts sending me all these like videos. And
So many.
My
Yeah.
Monday last week started like so like I was so productive. I was getting so many things done. I was like focused. It was a crazy weekend. And then Monday was like, I'm getting things done. It's gonna be fine. And then my brother calls me and destroys my day. Like the the rest of my day, I
Of
was on
course.
my phone
Yes,
doing
yes.
nothing else but like,
Yeah.
oh, they're right on episode 3 on season 2. Like people were going crazy. So then
Yeah.
I thought, you know what? Because they didn't believe it. My mom didn't believe it. A lot of people didn't believe it. And then I was like, I know who's gonna believe it. So I go and text Caitlin.
I know who's crazy enough to believe this.
And wait, and you were my like first guest in English, like since minute one I did this podcast. Like you've known
Oh,
this before this theory happened with Stranger
yeah.
Things. So it wasn't like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm
true.
gonna tell her, let's do this.
No.
You were always, and I was like, if you see the list of the people that I want to invite to the podcast, most of them it's like, oh, like I want to talk about this specifically. I want to talk about this. With Kate was more of like any obsessions we want because we
We could just talk
love
about anything.
well, like Bridgerton, Grey's Anatomy, like we love so many things, like
Yes,
so many books, like you're reading Fourth Wing, like
I am. Yeah.
we can just talk about so many things. But when this
We could just
happened
be here all day. We could really
all
be here all
day,
day. We could just jump topics.
uh, well, yeah, it's crazy. If you see us like in person, we don't like stop
We
talking.
never stop
Like it's
talking.
actually crazy. But
Yeah.
yeah, but so when this theory thing happened, I was like, oh, do you know what? I'm gonna text Caitlin because she's so sick. This is gonna actually make her feel so good. Like
I
she
know that you mean I was sick, like I was ill with the flu, but the way you just said it, it
oh
sounds like you're like, she's so sick. Like she would definitely believe this. Like
no, no.
she's
She had the flu. Like she had a
crazy.
fever.
She's sick in the head.
I'm so sorry. No,
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 no, no.
no.
I know. It was just so funny.
Okay,
I was very sick. I had a very high fever and I couldn't
baby.
like the one good thing when you're
Yeah,
sick is just being like, oh, well, I can just like watch a bunch of TV. Like
yeah.
that'll be nice.
It's like
I
a
was so
great
sick.
excuse to not feel guilty.
Right, exactly. I was so sick for a day or two there that like I couldn't even really like watch TV. Like I couldn't
Wow.
concentrate on anything and I couldn't like when you're so sick and you have such a high fever, it's almost like your
Yeah,
eyes hurt, like everything
yeah,
hurts. Like I didn't want to look at a screen, I didn't want to whatever. And I mean, I did look at my phone quite a bit, but I just was like, this isn't even the type of sick where it's like, oh, kind of fun. Like I just get to like rest and watch
right. Do
TV. I
something
was like,
else.
this is the
Yeah.
kind of sick where I am just like
You want to
hoping
cry.
I fall asleep so that like time
Oh,
will pass. Like it was horrible. And so I got so deep on this theory and
I
I
thought it was
couldn't make
telling
my
you,
brain work to like do any actual
right.
work. And
Yeah.
so all I could do was just this. I was like, all I can do is scroll the
But it's funny
internet
because
and read about this.
I didn't know you knew. Like
Yeah. Oh, I knew.
I texted you thinking I'm gonna like make her day. I actually think I said those words. I'm gonna make
Yeah.
her day better.
And I was like, girl, I already know. Because
She's
here's the
like,
thing,
girl.
my reaction, this is a spoiler. So if you haven't watched the finale of Stranger Things, you probably shouldn't, you should just skip ahead
Yeah.
on this podcast.
Yeah.
But so you were kind of like, oh, cute, like, okay. My reaction watching the finale, because I had seen a lot
Yeah.
of theories, we had seen a lot of
Yeah.
theories online leading into the finale. So,
Correct. Yeah.
and like all the interviews from the cast and the Duffer Brothers ahead of time, people are being like, it's gonna be crazy plot twists. Like Millie Bobby
Yeah.
Brown said it was very meta. Like
Yeah.
the Sean Levy, I think his name is, one of the
Yeah.
directors, like said it's going to be like the
Masterpiece.
craziest, like best episode of television ever. Like I'm expecting huge plot twists. I'm expecting all of these like loose ends to get tied up, questions to be answered, like all this stuff. And then it was like the first hour of it,
Yeah.
like it was low key kind of easy to like defeat Vecna. Like it just
Yeah,
like
it
wasn't
was.
that
Yeah.
hard.
It
And I was
was.
like, oh, and then maybe this was a big reveal or big plot twist, but him being like the mind flayer was like they were like one and the same. I was like, thought
That's
like we
not a
kind of
plot
already
twist
knew
though.
that.
Like,
It
yeah.
wasn't a plot twist to me. I don't know if I
Yeah.
already knew that from the internet or if I already knew
Yeah.
that because we just like
It was
kind
like
of
pretty obvious. Yeah.
yeah, obvious, but like I was like, okay, well that can't be the big plot twist. And then obviously the thing with 11, but I still was like, we've been talking about that all season that she said she
11.
was going to do that.
Yeah.
Like maybe they didn't expect us to believe she was actually going to do it, but I was like, I kind of like somebody's got to die. Like I don't nobody
Yeah.
dies in this show, like none of the main characters. Like I wasn't that surprised that she
Yeah.
like died and I know it's like open to interpretation but whatever. But then the
She
last like
died.
40
I'm pretty sure
minutes,
she did.
I think she died. I think he made up that story to like cope, which
No.
is sad.
Yeah,
I
of
want to be like,
course.
I
Yeah, yeah,
believe
yeah.
like she's alive, but like I think she's dead.
Yeah.
But the last 40 minutes, I
Yeah.
kept being like, something's gonna happen. Like that was too easy. It was too
Yeah.
perfect. And then like even and I think that all the actors on this show are like pretty talented. Like I
Yeah.
don't sit
I
there being
agree.
like, oh, that's not good acting. Like I never do that.
No, no, no,
But
no.
in the last 40 minutes, like the epilogue, if you will, I kept being like, their their acting doesn't almost didn't feel good to me at times. And I never think that about this show. And I was like I almost feel like it's because they're on purpose being like
Yeah,
kind of like
there's something
hokey and
off.
like fit, like there's something off. And it
Yeah,
just was all too perfect. Like Hopper not grieving much about Elda. Like I know that
yeah,
the point is like he's like we have to move on and live our lives for her, but like
yeah.
the man, his favorite thing to do is be like a
Suffer.
grieving.
Yeah,
Yeah, his favorite thing to do is suffer. I'm like he was way too happy. He was way too like, well, it's all good. Like I'm just gonna get married now. Like everything was just too like hunky dory, happy, happy. And this was before I saw all the theories
all
that
the
were like
theories.
the
Yeah,
prison outfits. And like I didn't notice any of that. I just was
yeah,
like, this is too clean. This is too perfect. This is too weird. Something feels off.
yeah.
It feels like it was giving me vibes of The Truman Show or Stepford Wives or even
Mhm.
what was that movie a few years ago with Harry Styles and Florence Pugh?
Oh,
Um, like
that
it was kind of
Nicole
giving
David
that
directed
vibe.
it. I forgot.
Don't was it Don't Worry, Darling?
Yes, don't
That
worry,
was called
darling. Yes,
Don't Worry.
yes, yes,
Like it
yes.
was giving me
Yes.
vibes of like that, where it was almost like
Yeah,
too perfect, and I was waiting for the plot twist of like, oh, this is all an illusion, or Vecna didn't actually die, or someone's mind is being taken
yes.
over, and that's what we're saying. Like I was just waiting for that plot twist to happen, and then when Mike hears the sound at graduation,
It was
I
kind of like,
literally turned to my friend Molly, who I was watching with, and I was like, "This is it! It's happening! It's happening! It's happening!" I knew it.
yeah,
Like I knew that this was too good to
yeah,
be true, and then it like nothing happened, and I was like, "Oh." And then even when
yeah.
Max says, like that's it, like that's the ending, everyone's just happy, like that's very trite, like I thought you were some master storyteller. When she said that, I
Right,
literally
right,
turned to my friend Molly and I was like, there it is, like they're saying like this is too perfect, like it's
right.
about to it's they're about to switch it up on
Doesn't
us, they're
he
about to be like
use
just
the word
kidding.
comfort? Isn't that from the
Yeah.
Conformity Gate? Like also like the theory comes from like all the also I think Eddie says it on season 4.
Yes, yes. And then he's like, you thought Vecna died, but like Vecna actually lives, like in the meaning in the D&D game that they were playing.
Yeah,
So I just and I didn't remember any of that. I should have gone back and rewatched all the seasons before season 5 came out, and I
yeah.
didn't. So I didn't remember that stuff. I didn't see that stuff until I saw all the theories online. But
Right.
just
Me
even
neither, yeah.
watching the finale, I was like, something is weird. Like this can't be all there is. There has to be more. And then I started seeing all the theories out because I just literally it ended and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like I was just like,
Right.
what? And so I was pretty disappointed. I didn't
Yeah.
think it was bad. I just thought it
Yeah.
was weird. And I thought that like it was weird
Did
that we
you
were
see it
sort
in
of
the
being
movie theater?
promised.
No.
No, I didn't see it in theaters. And I didn't even watch it on New Year's Eve. I watched it on New Year's Day because I was
Got it.
like with friends on New
We
Year's
we
Eve.
saw it on January 1st as well because we
Yeah.
didn't get tickets for the day before. But I remember leaving the theater and and you know me, like to me it's like really hard for like it's really hard for me to say that I don't like something. Like I'm always like, it
Yes.
was cute. But you
Right.
know me, like I if I love something, I'm going crazy about it. Like, oh my gosh.
Right. Right.
And I remember we went to see the movie or the episode and we left the theater. And usually after I see anything that I like, like nonstop talking. Like I can't stop talking about it. And then we left. Jose and I went to get a coffee, and he's like, "Do you want to talk about it?" Like something happened.
No.
And I was like, "No, I need to,
Yeah.
like, I kind of like need to
You got to
think about it."
process.
And I'm not even gonna be like, "Oh, I actually thought when I watched it that there's something like,
Yeah.
there's something." I didn't even think about it. I think I was just kind of shocked
Yeah.
after the episode that I was like, I'm still confused about a few things. Like
So confused about so many things.
and especially because I remember I was so excited to
Yes.
see the show, the Broadway show. And I went to see the
Right.
show, really enjoyed it. I thought it was so fun.
I
Um,
have not seen it. So that also, I did not have that context of the
there's
Broadway
no
show.
context. That's the
Yeah.
point. Like that's
Yeah.
so when we went to see it, I remember being like, "Oh." And I don't know if you watched the documentary about the show when it came out like months ago, but they were saying like I think what's her name? Katie? Is it Kate? Kate, one of the writers of Stranger Things, the show, like the TV show, wrote the Broadway show. And I didn't know that until
Right.
I watched that documentary.
Okay. Wait, there's a documentary about the making of the Broadway
Yes,
show?
yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
When they did it in the West End, which is so cool. You see the rehearsal process,
Got
the
it.
casting. You should see it because you're a
Oh, I
bad
should totally watch.
producer.
Is it on Netflix? I didn't even know this
Netflix.
existed.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, yes,
All
yes.
right. I need to check
I
this out.
cried like a baby because I cry with behind the scenes and stuff. But it was
I
like
love.
so good because the Duffer Brothers got to go to England and see the rehearsal, and they caught things from the show because they told Kate too many spoilers for like season 5. And I was like, oh, like I got excited.
Interesting.
And I'm like,
Okay.
oh, spoilers, okay, whatever. And then I remember like them saying, this is gonna give you context for season 5. And I'm like, oh
Right.
my gosh. We went to see it and it was so fun. Well, all the actors are pretty great. Like Joyce and Hopper are great. Of course, the guy forgot his name, but that plays Henry, incredible. I got to see great, I can't remember anyone's names today, but from
You're
Grey's
doing great.
Anatomy,
Oh.
um George
Oh.
was Vecna's dad.
Oh, I didn't know. Well,
Henry.
clearly, I know nothing about the Broadway show. That's
So
very
I was so
unlike
excited to
me.
see him, and you get to see, and this is not a spoiler because if you see the show, like the TV show, that scene in season 4 when Henry basically, yeah, no, kills his mom, and it's terrifying. You see it
Right.
live in the theater. It is
Whoa.
so cool. And I think the same company that produces the show is the same one as the Cursed Child in Harry Potter. It's like the
Yes, it
same
is.
team, which makes sense. Like the special effects.
We produced The Hills of California with them.
Oh, you
Yeah,
did?
it's
I didn't know
Sonia
that.
Friedman Productions. Yeah,
Oh,
we worked with them
she's
on Hills.
insane.
Yeah,
I
they're great. They're
didn't know
amazing.
that. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a lot of special effects, and but the story is actually pretty interesting because it's about Henry, and I remember seeing it and having like chills because I was like, oh, like Henry actually was like talked to Joyce and Hopper, and we're in the same classroom and did a show together. Like, oh, Bob has a sister? I didn't know that. Oh my gosh, like they fall in love. Like you were so in like when you see it, it's like actually so interesting and it gives you a lot of backstory.
Yeah,
My
I can't believe it. It's never addressed that like Hopper and Joyce like know
no
Hen
Henry.
like when he like they're not like, "Oh, that's weird. That's our classmate." Like how did
It's
that never
crazy
get
because
addressed?
also they
Did they
said
never see him as Henry maybe? They only saw him in his Vecna form in the show?
in the TV show, like Netflix show,
Yeah. Because
I
like
think yes.
Holly sees him as Henry,
Yeah,
but like do
they
Joyce
never
and Hopper ever
no.
see him as Henry?
No.
So maybe they just don't realize, but it's like so
No,
weird
they
that that
know, but
would
they know. I think they
they
know at this
know?
point. But yes,
Like how do they know?
well, I think they said they just know. Like it happened behind the scenes. You know what you're getting
That
at.
makes me so
But no,
mad.
no,
Okay.
but that's the thing. So when I
Because they
was,
hear him referred to as Henry, but they don't know, no one says his last name.
yeah,
Like,
no, but they know it's him because the only reason I know is because when
okay,
you see the show, they
ugh,
know something happens to Henry and something's happening
okay.
in town.
That's
Which
so weird. It's not talked about on the TV show at all.
so the crazy, yeah, and the crazy thing is, if you tell me season 4 when Vecna appears and you kind of
Right.
find out about Henry and there's no connection with Joyce and Hopper, I kind of like give them a pass because the show wasn't on the West End. I don't think they
Right.
were even rehearsing back then. And
Yeah.
fair. I think after season 3, season 4, they were like, should we do like a play? Like this is so cool.
Right.
Fair. Whatever. There's gonna be a few plot holes because it wasn't
It wasn't
originally
written
intended.
yet.
Right.
Yeah.
But season 5 was your kind of opportunity to like put like so I was
Yeah.
so excited. And I don't know if I imagined this, but I'm pretty sure in an interview they said there's this really important character in the show that's gonna be very important for season 5. And I'm like, it has to be Patty. It has to be Bob's sister because she was her character is very weird when you see it. It's not like a sweet girl that falls in love with Henry. It's kind of more like kind of like embrace your dark side. And I'm like, oh my gosh, is she one of the villains
Oh.
of the show? Like so
Yeah.
interesting. They don't mention Patty. They don't like
No, I don't
Joey
even
and
know who Patty
Hopper,
is.
Hopper and Joyce never mention Henry. Season 5, this is after the show, and I was so excited. I remember in the movie theater when Vecna is about to die, and Joyce is the one that gets to kill him.
Yeah.
I get it. He took your son. You need to kill him. I'm not saying she's not gonna kill him because of it. It's Henry. You know him. So
Right.
when Vecna turned around and saw her, I'm like, oh my gosh, he's gonna say her name. He's gonna say Joyce,
Yeah.
and she's
They're
gonna
not,
like
yeah.
she's gonna. There's gonna be this kind of they're gonna acknowledge to each other like
Right. That they know each other.
they know each other,
Yeah.
and it didn't happen. And I was like,
Yeah.
this
It's
was your
so weird.
chance with the Broadway play. And also, a lot of the theories were happening because of the show too, because they said when you see the Broadway show where Joyce works and when they go after rehearsals and stuff, it's like this diner. So it's like
Okay.
and Henry goes to the diner with Patty, like Hopper, Joyce. I think also the show ends with Joyce working at the diner. So when Will says on his like monologue, I love going for milkshakes at the diner,
Milkshakes
at
at
the place.
Melvold's. Yes.
They were
Yeah,
like,
what was that about?
well, because in the TV
I
show,
no,
it's a
I
store,
know.
but in the
I know.
so it's Henry. So you know
But
what?
I'm
I
like,
still believe, okay?
honestly, like either okay, and I'm not, you know me, like we're all artists.
Yeah,
So even when I, as just like a fan, an audience member, am like upset about a piece of art or think it's like not great or whatever, like I always hesitate to like sort of speak out about it publicly at all or like on
of
social media
course,
because I'm like, at the end of the day, like we're all artists. We're trying to make art and I don't want
of
to hate on
course.
anyone's
Yeah, yeah.
art, but it does if there really is nothing else, which it unfortunately seems like at this point there's probably not.
No, I
Maybe
still
not, maybe
believe.
we'll never know. Maybe like tonight we'll just get like a random episode. Who knows?
Can you
Who knows?
imagine?
At the time that this podcast comes out, we'll know. But
Yeah.
I just it does make me kind of mad if nothing else happens because it just feels like they dropped the ball in such a big way. And I'm not even critiquing like whether the art is quote unquote good or bad.
Yeah.
It's not about that. That's very subjective. It's the fact that you clearly forgot about things that have happened in your show in the past. Sorry, my reminder's going off. But like things that have
Yeah.
happened in your show in the past seasons in the Broadway show
Right.
that like
Yeah.
is supposed to be canon and is supposed to make sense with the script that you're writing. I also like I haven't watched the documentary yet because it just came
Me
out
neither.
overnight. And so,
I
I
was
don't want to
awake at 3 a.m. waiting for
girl, I know I saw your text this morning and I was like, oh, poor Christina. But I have seen a couple things online and I know I'm speaking about something I haven't watched yet, which I don't want
Yeah.
to speak on it too much without like being knowledgeable about it. But I did see a few things online that I'm trying not to get upset about because again, I don't want to like critique other artists or like who am I to be all high and mighty and be like this isn't right.
Right.
But like they had chat GPT tabs open on their computer as they're writing the script, apparently. And I'm like, I have really strong feelings about AI, especially AI in
Yeah, of
art,
course.
that I won't go down that rant about, but that bothered me that I saw that. And then, which, you know what? Who knows what they were using it for? Maybe it wasn't
Yeah.
for actual script writing. Maybe it was for something else. I don't know. I've never even used
Great tool.
ChatGPT.
I agree with you. Not
I
with
don't like,
grading. Yeah, no.
yeah, that rubs me the wrong way.
Of
And then
course.
apparently there were clips of like Rob, what's her name in real life? Maya Hawk having
Mhm.
to remind them in that scene where she and oh, what's her girlfriend's name? The
Vicky?
redhead, Vicky. She and Vicky and Lucas and Max are like hiding in the like hospital basement from the Demogorgon. She's having to remind the Duffer brothers that like Lucas doesn't know about her and Vicky. And I'm like, okay, maybe they just like didn't, but it's like it just seems like they were either not super committed or they just like really dropped the ball. Again, and I'm not talking about whether it's quote
Yeah.
unquote good or bad writing. It's forgetting things about your own show and making it not make sense because you just kind of, it seems,
Yeah.
didn't kind of put in the work to make sure you were remembering things from the past and bringing in the Broadway show
Right.
and making it all make sense. And the fact that apparently the documentary reveals they started filming the first episode when they hadn't even finished
You
writing
told
the
me this
season.
morning. I didn't know that.
It's
But that's,
like,
you know what? They said that in the documentary.
yeah, apparently.
Oh,
Again, I haven't watched it. This is
that's what,
only what I've seen online about the documentary that I have
right.
not seen. So I hope I'm not spreading rumors. But yes, apparently they
I have to
started shooting the
watch
first
it.
episode.
I mean,
Which I'm
if
like, I
they
guess
said
if you
that, I
have it
guess
fully
it's
mapped out
right.
and fi if you have figured out the ending already, you just haven't maybe finished writing the script, but you know what's
Yeah.
going to happen. But the way that it sounds is that like there was a crew member being like, yeah, like the ending's not finished yet, so we don't really know what's happening. As
Right.
they're filming the first episode, I'm like, well, no wonder there are things that don't make sense or don't because like, ugh, it just
The
it irritates
crazy.
me. Again, not the
Yeah.
subjective opinion of
No.
was this good or bad, but just the ways in which it seems like maybe they didn't really do their job. They
Right.
didn't like remember things they were supposed to remember, keep track of things, tie up loose ends, know what's happening, know the characters' relationships to each other and who knows what. And
But
like
that's what
it
they
just
kind
seems
of.
like they kind of didn't try.
But that's what's off for me. Like there's something for 4 seasons. It was so good. Like, and I get it. Some people like I remember watching it at home, and Jose didn't love season 4. And you and I were talking about it the other day. He didn't like the whole Russia thing, and I'm like, I mean, but it is true. Like the whole thing about Stranger Things and 11, it's based on a true story about experiments in Russia. Like I know what they put it there. Even though if I wasn't a huge fan of that part, like I get why they put it there. And something that happened from season 1 to 4, and I always talk about this, is like you have like something that you can kind of like save or say that it's your favorite thing about each season. Like season 1, it's always gonna be absolutely perfect in many ways. Like the first being like they're kids and the fact that they got to do and they're pretty good. Like it's kind of like I don't know, remind me when you watch like, Harry Potter for the first time and they were all like little kids. The fact that they got to do that, the fact that these two and that I want to save because something that bothers me, and I think deep down, the reason I wanted the theories to be true more than watching another episode or kind of like give a conclusion in my head, like, oh, this is how this ends or whatever, or like, oh, they're gonna make history, like with this plot twist. I was so angry to read because the way you're saying it, you're so respectful and you're kind of like, I love them, they're great. I just feel like this season they were missing a few things. Like you're saying this with so much respect, but I've seen people saying the worst things about them, and I'm like, they're human beings, they're artists, they can make mistakes, and that's so sad that they're just getting punished because they had like, unfortunately, it was the last season. But that even happened with Game of Thrones, and people destroyed it, and it's still people say it's one of the best shows ever. They forgot about the ending already, but I remember with that episode came out of that season, people were so mad. I'm like, this is like Game of Thrones all over again. But going back to season 1 and the Duffer Brothers, and I don't know if you know this, probably you do, but I was obsessed with them because it was kind of all those stories you kind of love to hear and read about of people that got so many rejections until they got one yes and they became who they are right now. And even if people don't love the last season, even if people don't love Stranger Things, because I had a whole conversation with our spotlight kids, and they were like, Stranger Things, it's boring. And I'm like, what? Are we? Well, they also said Harry Potter was boring. And I'm like, hello? What do you think? It's good then, whatever. But
Kids these days. Oh my
I was like, what do
gosh.
you mean it's boring? Like, even if you tell me you don't like it, but boring, wow.
Right.
But yeah, like the what they did, going back to season 1 and the Duffer Brothers, like all these stories that we love hearing, like J.K. Rowling and like Shonda Rhimes, like all these people that pitch ideas and they said no to them and they just keep trying until they get something. Even Bryan Cranston, Breaking Bad, comedy actor. He wanted to be in the show. They didn't want him because he was a comedy actor. And then Golden Globe, SAG Awards, like all these things that he won for Breaking Bad. Just people that never stop believing in their projects and themselves as well. And the Duffer Brothers pitched this idea of Stranger Things so many times, and every single platform or producer said, we do it if you change the story and it's not kids, it's teenagers. We need older kids.
Oh,
And they're like,
interesting.
no, the kids are the soul of the show. That's why
Yeah.
it's gonna be big. Because that's
Yeah.
what happened with Harry Potter. Harry Potter is
Right.
brilliant, but the fact that they were kids, it's what
Yeah.
makes you watch it because you're like, oh my, like you are so connected to them and you want them to be safe. I'm not saying you want
Yeah.
adults or teenagers to be safe, but when they're kids, there's like that
It's
sense of like,
different.
it's like the stakes are so high because they're kids.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
want them to. And the fact that they stick to like, we're not changing our story. And then they
Yeah.
did this, it's on YouTube. I watched it the other day. I thought it was so funny. They made this trailer for Stranger Things. It was called Montauk, not Stranger Things.
Yes.
And
Right.
they made it like a fake trailer to
Hmm.
pitch it to Netflix and to show
Love.
them this is the vibe that we want. And
Yeah.
like the fact that they did season 1 and all these kids and Winona Ryder came back to Hollywood, like all these opportunities that open for the cast and the crew and the Duffer Brothers. And then they did an amazing season 2 and people loved it. And then season 3, I didn't love it because they were teenagers at that point. I'm like, they're not kids anymore, boo. But I remember loving season 3 because I was obsessed with Billy. Not because he was handsome, of course he was, but his acting as the villain. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is fantastic. And then season 4 came out, and I was so excited to see how these kids were older. So the show got so dark. Like it was actually so, so dark. And I'm like, they are not afraid of anything. Like they don't care if people are like, oh, this is like it was supposed to be like a board game thing, and then yes, people from other dimensions or whatever, but now we're getting into like another, you and I were talking about it, like territory, like, and then season five, that's why when people are like, yeah, season five, I'm like, like I feel so passionate about it because I'm like, I don't want them to destroy the writers or the crew. And then I remember I watched like a clip of the documentary and I was crying. Like I was half of my brain was sad and pissed that it did not them. I think I was
Yeah.
pissed at myself that I booked
Yeah,
for
that we fell
7
for
days.
it. I know.
But then another part of my brain felt bad for
Yeah.
this because I watched this clip of them rapping and crying, all the kids, the
Yeah.
Duffer Brothers, like this is
Yeah.
ending, and I'm like, no,
Totally. Yeah, I
why?
know. I do feel bad for them because you're right. They're human beings and people are absolutely ripping them apart on the internet. And like people are also making really personal digs and like that's not fair.
No,
That's not
that's not
cool. That's
fair.
not okay. But I will say I didn't know that story about like they kept getting rejected for Stranger Things, but that's
Yeah,
really cool. And I agree. Like that's why it really bums me out because again, this is just my personal opinion and I may be wrong. I do
yeah.
not know these people personally. I do not know what happened on that
What
set and
happened? Yeah, we don't know.
I haven't watched the
We don't know
documentary
what's
yet.
gonna happen. We actually like. I know it sounds so
You gotta
insane for
stop.
saying,
No,
but the thing. Okay, so just
no.
I'm sorry, but no, like the fact. If you tell me there's a few things, but there's so many,
I know, but that's what
and
I'm
there's so many
afraid.
writers, not just the Duffer Brothers. They have a
But that's
team.
apparently on, again, I haven't watched the documentary yet. I've just seen these little clips that people have been posting online.
I'm
Apparently,
like
I guess it was
sweating.
one of the writers, someone on the crew, someone on the team, pointed out to the Duffer Brothers and was like, I think when they get to the abyss, there should be like demogorgons and demobats and demo all the
Oh,
things,
and then they
whatever.
needed to take a break or
And
like.
then he was like, "Oh, the Duffer Brothers were like, no, like I think people are gonna have like demo fatigue or something." And it's like,
No, we love the Demogorgons. I can't
it's
say
not
that.
even that I love them or don't love them. I'm just like, you have to make it make sense. Like you have
Right.
like, and so just now hearing like I didn't know that background about them, like they never
Yeah.
gave up. Like that's really beautiful. But I fear, and again, I don't know
Yeah,
these
yeah,
people
yeah.
personally. I do not know what happened. I do not know anything
Yeah,
behind
no,
the
no,
scenes.
no.
But what it seems like is that they almost got like a little cocky after this show has been so popular, and they were given a $480
That's
million
crazy.
dollar budget
The
from
budget was
Netflix
massive.
for this final season and you've got Chat GPT open on your laptop writing it and you're going to start filming it when you haven't finished writing like just like do your job like I don't know I'm not
Right.
trying to be unkind or like mean or too critical about these people I don't know but it feels to me like they just got lazy with the last season and they didn't just sort of do like the basic requirements of their job, which is to like make a story make sense and like put effort in it and like maybe not use ChatGPT. Again, that's I don't know if they actually use it or not. I'm not trying to start rumors.
I haven't watched it, so I don't know.
I know I need to obviously watch it too, but I'm just like I just feel like, and also the thing that frustrates me a little bit is like you're being given this opportunity, you're being given $480 million. And like now that I
Oh
work
my,
on the
that's
producing
insane.
side of things a lot more, I
Right.
know how much great art there is out there and how many great artists there are out there and new stories, new musicals, new TV ideas, new everything. And so often they just like don't get made or they're up against all these hurdles because of money, because of funding. They don't have the funding. People don't want to take the chance on new materials, whatever. So
Right.
they're given this opportunity that other artists would kill for, that other art could be made using, and they're gonna like just kind of be it's again, it's like if they just wrote something that made sense and was really interesting in a big swing and I just didn't like it, that'd be one thing. But to me, it's not whether I liked it or not.
Well,
It's about the
short.
fact
Yeah.
that I feel like they messed up and didn't do their job and they didn't write a finale that made any sense. They didn't write a
Yeah.
final season that made sense. And to me, that is like your job as a writer. Yes, you can make it be kind of confusing or kind of hard to follow, or there are these plot twists, or some of it's subjective, or I totally am fine with them leaving the ending open up to interpretation, like is Elle alive or not? That
Yeah.
doesn't make me mad. I'm just like, you can't just get lazy and be like, well, let's just start. We haven't finished this.
Well,
Well,
I
like,
think
let's
that
just start shooting the first episode. It doesn't matter. And like, we don't really know. We don't need the Demogorgons. Like, you have to do your
yeah,
job. You have to
yeah.
make it make sense. Like, you can't just kind of get lazy just because
Yeah.
the other four seasons have been successful.
But I
Like,
want to watch the documentary because that you're saying that they started shooting before they had the episode seems so weird to me because I
the
don't know.
final
Correct
episode.
the final episode, but
Yeah.
correct me if I'm wrong. Like I haven't been in a writer's room on like TV. Um, and I've seen workshops and how that works. I think even Shondaram said it, and I think it was like a Netflix workshop. For Netflix to approve your budget, you need to have everything written down. Like like they need to kind of, I don't know if it's because it's Stranger Things. It's like
I
their
think if it's
baby, so it's like
Stranger
it's
Things
fine.
and you've done four other
I was
seasons,
gonna
I
say
think they
maybe
just
just
kind of
because
like
it's
trust
them,
you. Yeah.
because if not, I was like, aren't they like
They,
supposed to like
they
finish the
may
whole
have had
thing?
an outline. Maybe they'd had an outline
Not
of
like
how
the
everything was
full
going to go and they just
thing.
hadn't like written it out. I don't know.
Right.
But yeah, I mean that's a good question. I mean, I definitely think if it's season one of a TV show, the answer is yes. You have
Yeah.
to have it all kind of
I don't
written out.
know.
And I do know that sometimes, like I've read Shonda Rhimes' book, I know sometimes on a TV
Mhm.
show like that, like on Grey's Anatomy, you are in production and you're writing a new episode every
Well, because
week.
it
Like
was
some,
TV,
yeah, yeah,
not
yeah.
what's it called? Streaming. Like I think it's
Yes.
streaming, the platforms
I
that
think
are like
streaming
TV.
is different, and I also think your final season of a show is different. I think you kind of have to know the arc of the season, and
Right.
it's not just because it's not just the arc of the season, it's the arc of the entire show. Like you've got to
Right.
wrap up this
Well, you're
story
ending
in 10
everything. Yeah, yeah,
episodes. So maybe let's make sure that we've thought it all through and we've tied up all the loose ends, we've answered all the questions
yeah.
before we start shooting the first episode of what's it's only 10, or no, it's not even 10 episodes, it's 8 episodes, right?
Yeah, we were hoping
Was
for
this final
nine.
season? Well, yeah, RIP. But it's like when all you're doing is 9 episodes. This isn't a 22, 28 episode,
Yeah.
like TV on cable used to be. Like this is
Yeah.
9 episodes to tie up your entire show that has taken 10 years of all of these people's lives.
Yeah.
Like, let's make sure we have it all straight and like let's
Isn't
make
that,
sure we have it
now
right
that you're saying
before
this,
we just start shooting.
yeah, and now that you're saying this, and this is not like Stranger Things related that much, but more of a producer's point of view, and you're a producer. So isn't it crazy that before with TV, like network TV, they, what you just said, they were like writing, filming as they went, and they would give us a 29 episode season of Grey's Anatomy in a
Yeah.
year or less
Yeah.
than a year, which is
Yeah.
insane. And I understand like things like Stranger Things, like they have a lot of production and post-production because of the special effects and everything, but even though this like the simplest like show, it will take
Yeah.
now 2 years to make a
Yeah.
season. And only like there's nothing that bothers me more than I'm like, great, new season. I'm gonna watch it. 6 episodes. I'm like, what? It took you
I
two
know.
years to do six?
But
Like,
if you
I don't,
think about it, it's like a
yeah,
lot of times those shows are like the episodes are an hour long. And so if you
yeah,
think about like 6 hours of content, I know it's
yeah.
TV, so it's like you're right. We
Like
used to see
film.
22
Yeah,
episodes, 28, but if you think of 6 hours of content, like
yeah.
yeah, compared to like a movie or something, like that's a lot. And even back when shows were like on TV, they were usually like 44 minutes if they were like, a drama, and
Commercials,
then
yeah.
shorter if they were comedies. So it's like I do think we're still getting a lot of content, even if it's not
Yeah.
many episodes. But yeah, the fact that it takes so long to film it, and also like,
Even Bridgerton, like it takes 2 years
yeah,
or more to do
right.
one season.
But like things like Bridgerton and Stranger Things too, though, like the way that they're
It's not the
telling the
best example.
stories,
Yeah.
it's like these are very epic stories, and like each season has a very much a beginning, middle, end. You look at something like Grey's Anatomy. Yes, there are some overarching like
Yeah.
story arcs of like certain
But it kind
relationships
of
and
keeps
things,
like
especially,
going.
but like each episode is kind of its own standalone beginning, middle, and end,
Yeah.
right? Like it's like, especially
Yeah.
using Grey's Anatomy as an example, especially back in the older seasons, it was
Mhm.
like you're introduced to a patient. What's the patient's emergency? How are we going to solve it? What happens at the end of the episode? Like it's kind of like each
Yeah.
episode is its own mini story. And
Yeah.
then yes, this season has like a story arc, but not as much as like things
Right.
nowadays like like Stranger Things and Bridgerton, where it's like each season is like its own story and it's
Mhm.
each episode is very connected. I mean, it's really almost like a very, very long
Yeah.
movie that we're
I don't
watching.
know. Now that you said Grey's Anatomy and the way the episodes are, and and then we can like finalize like the whole. But
You
see, we're
done
talking about no,
rambling?
no, no, not the podcast. We can talk about like anything for 24 hours. But because
Yeah,
I
no.
want to talk a bit about your career and ask you some questions before we wrap up, I want to say something you just said about Grey's Anatomy and how the medical shows are kind of like a patient per episode and stuff. Isn't it crazy? I remember being obsessed with Grey's Anatomy, Doctor House. Like I love medical drama so much. I don't know if you've seen The Pit. This is me being Delulu about strange. Like we're talking about so many
Right.
different shows, and I'm like, let's talk about The Pit just for 2 minutes.
I
Have you?
have not. I know that you love it. My friend Madison loves it. It just won some awards at the Golden Globes. Like I
Yes,
know
I'm so
that
proud of them.
everyone Everyone loves it. I have never seen it. I don't know why I don't really like feel that interested in watching it, but I should. Like enough people love it. I think I feel so like I've never really watched a medical drama other than Grey's Anatomy. Like I never
Okay.
watched. I know this is
Doctor
maybe more of a
House?
comedy, but like I never watched ER back in the day. I watched House a little bit, like but just like my mom would watch it and if I was home, I would like watch it with her, but I didn't watch it regularly. I didn't watch like Good Doctor. I didn't watch New Amsterdam. Like my mom watches all those shows and I would sometimes like see
You
some
would love the
episodes here
pit.
and there, but I don't watch any other medical dramas like
I think
consistently.
Noah, the guy from the pit, is from ER. Pretty
Yeah, I
sure.
think so because they made a comment at the Golden Globes about like him and George Clooney like being, like oh they should
I
get back together.
the thing about that show, my mom recommended it to me, and I love like those types of shows. But I was like, I'm not in the mood to watch like a medical like now. And then my mom was like,
Yeah.
Christina, you're gonna be obsessed. Like you always get obsessed, but I'm sure you're gonna be obsessed. And I'm like, yeah, yeah, whatever. Well, the first thing is when I open my HBO account and I see that it's 15 episodes, got so excited. I'm like, oh, we're back to being more than six,
Yeah, yeah,
eight,
yeah.
or
It's
10,
like real TV.
15. But something that I love, and the only reason I'm saying this is because what you said about Grey's Anatomy and those types of shows that there's a patient, they treat it, and all, even though there's like a lot of drama behind it and the characters and it's great, uh, what I loved about the show, and I don't know if you know this about the show, it all happens in 15 hours. It's a 15-hour shift at a hospital.
And each episode is an hour.
Yes. And then I
It's
think
like
they're called
24.
like 24. I was obsessed with 24. That's like another episode. 24
Yeah.
Prison Break were like my
It's a
childhood.
great show.
It's so good. But this show, it's kind of, yeah, kind of like the same. So it's like 10
Did you
a.m.
watch Lost growing up?
Okay. So I started it, but I was a kid and then I didn't watch it
Christina.
and I didn't watch the end. And then I'm obsessed with From and my brother's like, you should watch Lost. It's the same
I think you
people
should
that did
watch
From.
Lost.
Is
It
that
will
gonna be
make
my
you
new
mad though.
obsession?
It would be your new obsession, especially
Isn't
like
the ending
as
not that
someone,
great? People always say that.
yeah, you're gonna be mad about the ending. It is giving Stranger Things. Like I literally used Lost as a reference with Stranger Things, where I'm like, it's like when the writers just give up and they decide not to answer any of the questions that you've had
But
inside of
Lost
you for
had a lot of
seasons.
seasons, right? Is it six too? Or
Many seasons, 6 or 7 or 8, probably. Yeah, I mean it
wow.
was a lot, but as like just thrilling. Even if you only watch like, let's say you just watch season one, just to
I
see
think I
like a
watched the
great
first
season of.
two, but I
Okay,
don't remember.
I think you should rewatch. I just don't want you to hate me because just know it's not. If you watch the whole thing, you're not going to be satisfied in the end.
My
But
brother loves it.
I
Yeah.
do think it's an example of really great TV writing, especially the earlier seasons, like
Yeah.
writing really great characters, like really interesting drama, like time jump stuff. Like I just think
I
Lost is a great, great show. And
gotta
I've
watch it.
rewatched a couple seasons over the years.
Mhm.
Like I've gone back and I've never finished rewatching it all the way, which is probably for the best because I'd probably just be mad all over again. But yeah, I watched it as a kid, like when I was definitely way too young to be watching it. My mom would like let me watch it with her. And
Wow.
I started watching that and Grey's Anatomy around the same time, like when they were first on when we were kids, and should not have been watching it. My mom made me close my eyes a lot, but she would let me watch with her, and yeah, so I
Oh,
love Lost.
I
But
used
anyway,
to watch
sorry,
it.
I got
No,
off topic.
no. I used to watch it with my mom and my brother, but we were little, and I
Yeah,
don't know why I lost interest, or a new season came out, and then we didn't watch it, and then kind of like lost. Like that happened to
just
me with
yeah,
Vampire Diaries when I moved to
fell
New
off.
York. I was like,
Yeah,
I need to rewatch it from the start
I
because I
never
couldn't
finished
remember.
that show either. Yeah,
I loved it. But yeah, see, we can just talk about every
I
single
know.
thing
We
we
could
love.
jump to a million different
But yeah,
TV shows.
no,
Okay, okay.
the pit just reminded me, sorry, just
Oh
because you
yes, The
said
Pit.
about the
No, I should watch
patients,
it.
because of the like having a patient and that's the end of kind of like
Yeah,
the episode. I love that you would watch episode one and then by episode six, maybe they still had the same patient because it was a like people were in the
right,
emergency room
right.
and I'm like,
It's like in
you're
real time.
I told Jose like we need to keep watching. Like I need to
Yeah,
know what's
that's how
gonna
they suck you
happen.
in.
It's so great. And I didn't know. I found out after I watched the show that Noah, the actor who's winning everything, is one of the writers. He's one of the creators. And
Oh,
I thought
that's cool.
that's just for you and me, like that's so inspiring because we love
Yeah.
producing and writing and acting and
Giving
just
like
like
Ted
so
Lasso, it's giving Abbott Elementary. Like, yeah, I love it when people are the writer and the
I
actor.
love that. But saying
Yeah.
like after saying this and saying again, I've said it many times, but I want to make sure people know that you're a producer and a badass creative, and actor. Just tell me a bit about your career, Little Lady Club. Well, Little Lady Creative.
Yes, I
That's
know.
like the it's
Yes, that's my
explain that
company.
actually, so I don't get
Yeah, no,
confused.
it's confusing. It's confusing. So, Leading Lady Creative is
Mhm.
my production company. That's the name
Yay!
of my company. And then the Leading Lady Club, which obviously inspired the name of my company, started out as just a podcast, not just a podcast, but that was all I was doing with it at first. Was a podcast called The Leading Lady Club, that you have been a guest on,
Yay!
and it is a podcast
So
about
fun.
just women who are leaders in different career fields, and we interview them and find out how they got to where they are and their background and their careers and things that inspire them. So that is still a thing. You can check it out. And
Amazing.
then I got the idea to turn that concept into a concert series of Broadway leading ladies and up and coming
Have
leading
one
lady
now. I'm
performers.
getting my
Yeah.
ticket so soon. Yes.
Yes, we have one coming up March 7th.
Yay!
I feel like I should double check that. No, that date is definitely correct. It's a
I'm
Saturday
pretty sure
night.
I know it's in March. I can
It
remember
is
the
definitely in
day.
March. I try to always do them in March for Women's History Month. Yes, it's
I love
March 7th, Saturday, March 7th at 9:30 p.m. at 54 Below in New York City.
54
Um,
below people.
There will also probably be a live stream. We usually also live stream. So if you're not in New York City, you can watch via live stream. But yeah, so we have like Broadway performers, Broadway leading ladies, and then we'll also have like some up and coming leading ladies who haven't necessarily made it to Broadway yet. And then we usually do a contest called the Search for the Next Leading Lady.
I
Um,
love. Have you done that more than once?
yes, we've done it
Really?
twice. We've done it
Twice.
twice
I
now.
remember the first one. Oh, that's so cool.
Yes, yeah. So, yeah, it's a really just positive way to like discover new talent and give someone an opportunity who I don't necessarily know already. Because some of
And
the, up and coming leading
yeah,
ladies just happen to be people that I know.
yeah. And for
So
people that
yeah.
don't know, that don't live in New York, like 54 below, it's like such a big thing in the city and for artists. And it's not an easy place to like, like be on stage and like sing or do something. So the fact that you get to give the opportunity to someone that wants to be there and doesn't know how, it's like so amazing.
Oh, thanks.
You're
Yeah,
amazing.
I mean, it's a very iconic like Broadway cabaret venue. I definitely, when I was growing up, when I was in high school, I would like lay awake at
Yeah.
night, like watching videos on YouTube
Video.
of
Yeah.
my favorite Broadway performers singing at 54 Below. When I first moved to New York in 2014 for my freshman year of college at NYU, one of the first things I bought a ticket to go see was Jeremy Jordan at 54 Below. And like
Oh,
that was
that's
one of
so
my first,
cool.
so it just like it's an iconic venue. I feel like if you grew up loving musical theater and wanting to perform in New York and on Broadway, you kind of know a 54 Below. So it's a cool. I love giving the opportunity to someone. So yeah, so that's coming up March 7th. Um, and I do them, once a year now at 54 Below. Stay tuned. Nothing to exactly announce yet, but I think
Oh,
we're going to expand this year and start doing some Leading Lady Club concerts beyond just New York. Have I told you about this yet?
no, but I was trying to play my piano for special effects and it's off.
Oh, dude.
Wow, that was so fun.
Yeah, I'll tell you
What?
when we're not recording what this is about because I can't
Oh
announce
yeah.
anything yet because nothing is set in stone yet. But yes, there's a
I love it.
couple of potential Leading Lady Club concert expansions
I
happening
love
this year.
that. That's
Um,
amazing.
yeah, it was like a dream of mine to have it not just be something that is only happening in New York. So
I love that.
yeah, we'll see. Stay tuned. I haven't made it happen quite yet, but hopefully it's going to. It's in the works for this
I
year.
love it.
So yeah, that's the Leading Lady Club, and then we actually also made a Leading Lady Club play. That was a whole kind of like
That was such a
accident
good play.
turned great, but thank you. And I want to keep developing and working on it. I think we're just gonna maybe not call it the Leading Lady Club anymore because it got really confusing.
Right.
But yeah,
But
that was
it's
kind of an
cool
accident.
because
But anyway,
you're doing so many things. Like you have a podcast, you have like your producing company, you're working, producing things in the city. And then the play went to Edinburgh. Like you travel with your friends and get to do like you got to do theater in another country. It's
yes,
like
yeah.
so amazing. Traveling, doing something you love, it's like amazing. And you get to do it with your own company. Like that's insane.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was very special getting to take yeah, I took a couple of shows to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival back a couple summers ago now. So yeah, that was really special and exciting. And then we brought that show back to the New York Fringe Festival and we're honored to receive a couple of awards for it. So yeah, it's been great. And I like freelance produce some things on my own, like working with different creators and producers and whatnot. And then I also am an associate producer at Kiaka Productions. Brian Spector is my boss. He's a Broadway producer. So I worked with him. Like he made his Broadway lead producing debut on The Hills of California. So I
It
got to
was
work with him
so
on
good. I
that.
was there. It was so good.
No, I was so glad you got to be there. That was so special.
You
So yeah, and he like co-produces a bunch on Broadway, and we are developing some new work as well with that, and have some really exciting stuff coming up with one of the shows that we're developing called Wild About You that we've been developing for the past few
Yay.
years. And yeah, there's some really exciting things coming up for that this
I'm
year and
so
next.
proud of you.
So thank you.
You're like
It's just
non-stopping.
it's a nonstop balancing act to
Well,
do all
people,
of the
she gets to do
things.
all of this, and every Thursday she also gets to teach for 2 hours, sometimes more, 14-year-olds. And we love them so much. We
We
actually love
love
them.
we love our
They're
14-year-olds.
they're extremely talented, and we have the best time and laugh so much. But the fact that you get
Yes.
to do all of this and you travel so much and you just do so much, it's just crazy. And
You're
you
very
also have
sweet.
time to just go out and have fun and just enjoy. No, but like it's
Yes.
actually impressive because I hear
Thank
so many
you.
times, I've said it myself, I have to do so many things and then I don't get to enjoy to do anything else. Like something
Yeah.
that makes me happy is go to the movie theater or to the theater or go out with a friend to eat whatever. Like I don't care. And sometimes or before maybe I would say I would be like I don't have time. You always
Yeah.
have time. And you're like one person that I admire so much that I'm like, how does she do it? Like, does she have like more hours in a day than I do? Like, I'm always like, does she
No.
sleep? Like, I don't know,
No.
because you don't
Not
stop
enough.
and you're so like happy. Like, you're such a like a happy
Hmm.
joyful, like you I've never like seen you. I mean, maybe once, but that's it. Not with me, not at me. But like you're just such a happy person. And I've always said that, and she's like, I'm gonna say this, and I know we've been talking about like we sound so serious about Stranger Things because we're so into the
So
whole
into it. Very
and into
dedicated.
the theories, but Caitlin is probably one of the most like or maybe the funnest person that I know. Like you're with her and you're gonna be like peeing your pants like the whole time. Everything she says, it's just so funny. Even Jose, who doesn't speak English, would be laughing because anything she's saying. It's just
Oh,
I think it's just your energy. It's not what
I
you
love
said. It's
him.
just like your energy is just so much fun. And I love you so much. And I'm so
Oh
happy
my
you're
gosh.
here.
That's so sweet. That's very kind. Yeah, my career is very important to me and I do work very hard at it. And I do like have a lot of ambition and goals and like, try to not stop. But I
Yeah,
also like think that life is too short to not have fun. Yeah.
I
Oh my
agree.
gosh, yes. And that car honking agrees with me.
Take
I think
your
life
time.
is too short not to have fun. And I think like also sometimes youth is wasted on the youth and like
Yeah,
sometimes we don't enjoy our lives enough when we're young and we have like the time and energy and sort of like not as much responsibility because we're always like, well, I need to like work hard right now in the early part of my career so that then I can like achieve enough so that when I'm older I'll have like money or I'll have time or I'll have whatever. And
yeah,
then it's like then we're older and we have kids that we have to take care of or we have like families we have to take care of or we have responsibilities or we don't have enough energy because we're older. Like I just think sometimes like you
yeah,
gotta like I don't have any money, I don't have a lot of time, I don't have whatever, but like sometimes you just have to do it anyway and like make time for the things that like make you happy and bring you joy and like I don't know, the world could end tomorrow and
yeah.
I if it
Life
if it
changes in a
does like
second. Yeah,
exactly. So I'm like if the world does end tomorrow, like I'm happy that I spent time with friends this weekend and like
yeah.
heard some live music and watched some football. Like you know what I mean? Like
No, I
I'm
agree.
glad I didn't just like work all weekend.
Yeah. No, every time I go to
So
a show
yeah.
and like and I'm like credit card, let's see a show. And then my grandma would be like, you need to think and I love her and she's so right. She's like, you need to think about your future and start saving money. And I'm like, I don't know. Like lives change like in a second.
Yeah,
I need to see the show before it closes. Like I need
exactly.
And that makes me happy. And I think I've
Yes.
never gone to like or spend money doing something that I love, either it's traveling or seeing something, um, and regret it. Like I'm always like,
Yeah.
this made me so happy right now. And
Yes.
I work
Yeah.
so hard. We work so
Yes.
hard. We
Yeah.
deserve to like enjoy the city and life. And
Yes.
like it's a balance. It's a balance that
It's
it's
all a
really hard
balance.
to find.
Yes.
So once you find it, you just need to like embrace it and don't feel
Yeah.
guilty.
I agree. This is probably like horrible financial advice we're giving. So like don't listen to us. Like we are not financial advisors. Like don't actually listen to us.
We're not
But
with the
all of or maybe
Lulu.
do. Maybe do listen to us. We're Delulu and we have a lot of fun. And I'm the same way. Like I have never regretted like taking a trip or doing something fun,
Right.
even if it costs a lot of money. And do I sometimes look at my bank account and am I like, why am I like this? Like I really need to like either find a way to make more money or spend less. Like,
Yeah.
absolutely. Sometimes I'm like, Caitlin, like, I'm putting you in jail. Like, you can't do anything this weekend. But I would, yeah, I just think like life is short and we can't just
Yeah.
be like, I don't think we are meant to live on this earth to like work 40 hours a week and just like wake up, go to work, come home, go to bed. Like, I just think we
That's
have
so
to like
sad.
pack in it's so sad and like and we love what we do so it's less sad for us than it is for some people who maybe
Right.
don't love their jobs or don't get to do what they love for
Yeah.
a living. I'm like we like even working like a lot of times I'm having maybe fun isn't the right word but like I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Right. Your
And I feel
career. So yeah.
lucky, yeah, I feel like lucky for that. But I just think we were put on this earth to like also have fun and enjoy the things on the earth that are here for us to enjoy. So
I
I don't
love it.
know if that's good advice or bad advice, but I say
It's
work
good
hard, play
advice. I
hard. You know what I
think,
mean? You can do both. You can have all the things, work
yeah.
hard and play hard.
Yeah. Something that I
But
love saying, that we say a lot in my house is money always flows. Life doesn't, and that I kind of love because it's like
love that.
money, it will always come. If you're working, if you
Yeah.
want to work, it will always come.
Yeah.
Life, you need to like do like it doesn't
Yeah.
wait for you.
You have to make it
You
happen.
know, you
Yeah.
need to make it happen. So
Yeah.
just enjoy your life and do the things that make you happy. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
if you kind of like feel guilty in the beginning, you're like, you're not gonna feel guilty later because you're gonna be so happy
Yeah.
about it. If it makes you happy.
Exactly.
That's what I
And
say.
then
Oh, yeah,
I get to entertain all of my friends because I have all these crazy stories and
it
like
is
all these crazy
fantastic.
things happen to me because I'm
You
always
know
just
what?
like
I just
going
realized
out and doing things and do I love to do things for the plot. I love to just be like, ah, well, this is I don't know if it's a good idea or not, but like
I
let's just do it for the
love
plot. And
I
then I
love
entertain
those stories.
everyone with my stories. So
I
I
just
think that I was put
realized
on this earth to entertain. And if it's not
you
going to be on a
were.
Broadway stage, it's going to
It
be
will.
on my close friend's
No,
Instagram story. You know what I
it will
mean?
be on
Like,
stage, but also on your stories. I just
oh.
realized, and we do need to like do the, I want to do the questions
Okay,
before we
yes,
wrap
I
up,
know.
but
Yeah.
I just realized I wasted a few minutes of just talking about maybe, I don't know, Grey's Anatomy or something, instead of asking you, and I'm not going to ask you now because it's like, no, we don't have time, but the Tom Felton story, like the craziest things that have
Oh,
happened to you in New York, which
yeah.
I love because she's amazing and she deserves them all. I'm like, oh, you just said like all the things like I do. I'm like, she basically met Tom Felton. I'm just gonna say that. People
Yeah.
can just think the rest, but it was
I had a
amazing.
little mingle. I had a little mingle with Tom Felton once, not too long
And you
ago.
texted me, and my mom was
Yes.
so invested, and my sister-in-law. We
I
were
was
all like on
live
our
texting
phone.
you as I was sitting next to him at the bar, being like, "What should I do? What do I say?" Yeah, no, for sure. It
I
happened.
love
It was
it.
lovely though. He was lovely. We had a great chat.
Mhm.
And he was such a gentleman. He kept an eye on my drink while I went to the bathroom because I was there by myself.
That's so
And
sweet.
it was so sweet. And he covered it with a napkin and said that his mom raised him well. And I said, I think I'm in love with you. Just kidding. I didn't say that, but
Of
but I
course.
did. I love that his mom raised
And you
him
love Harry
well.
Potter, so it was like
And I
full
do love Harry
circle.
Potter. So when I turned around, the short version of the story is I was at a bar by myself over
Yeah.
the summer, I think it was, just like having one drink and some French fries, and then I was gonna go home. And then all of a sudden, from over my shoulder behind me, I hear in a British accent, "Oh my gosh, I love your dress." So I was wearing this like cute little dress that had cherries on
Stop.
it. And I turn around to be like, who's talking to me right now? And it is literally Draco Malfoy. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he was like, are those cherries on your dress?" I said, "Yes, they are." Like I just thought I'd be a little, a little whimsical for a Monday night, like. And then whatever, we like chatted for a minute and he's like, "Hey, I'm Tom." And I just decided to go with it and not be like, "Yeah, I know." And so it's like, "Oh, hi Tom, nice to meet you. I'm Caitlin." And we just like had a whole chat and like me and him and
I
his
am
friend and
upset. I remember when you texted
yeah.
me, my mom, my sister-in-law, and myself. We were the three of us on the couch at my mom's house looking at my phone, and then my sister-in-law and my mom kept asking, "Did she say anything else? Like, is she saying anything?" And I'm like, "No,
What's next?
I don't know. I think she went to the bathroom. I'm waiting so she can come back and keep talking to him." No, that's
Yeah.
so funny.
It was
But
really fun. Well, and
I,
I just, I figure like people like that, they get recognized all the time. People are
yeah,
always, so I'm like,
sweet and humble
I'm
person.
just gonna
So,
talk to him like a real person and not be like, oh my God, I know who you are.
no, he
Even
just
though
wants to
I
talk
am
to
a
them.
little regretful, I didn't ask him to say my favorite line of his from the Harry Potter movies ever. My favorite Draco Malfoy line is training for the ballet, Potter.
Oh, I love that. Oh my God,
And I
your British
do
accent is
regret.
so good.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
God. Oh my
Hire me.
God. So,
Put me on Bridgerton.
please.
Yeah.
I love
Anyway,
it.
so
Okay.
Tom Felton,
Sorry, I had
if
to
you're
like bring it up.
listening,
I'm
Tom
like, I
Felton, if
need
you're
this on my
listening to this
podcast.
podcast,
You are amazing, Tom
call
Holland.
me.
We love you. Okay, so the last thing I want to do that I
Yes.
did the other day, and I want to do with every guest, I have
Okay.
26 questions, which sounds like a
Okay.
lot,
No, I
but
love
they're
it.
like very short and they're supposed to be like, like you're going to answer super fast.
Yeah.
And we're going to, if you respond under 5 minutes, that means
Ooh.
you're a certified Delulu because
Ooh,
you're eating
okay.
doubt about your obsessions. Because they
Oh,
took 7 minutes, my first guest,
I
but
can beat it.
I did
I'm really competitive. I can beat it.
and I also interrupted him, so I'm gonna now learn my lesson. And
Okay.
yeah, okay,
Yeah, no interference because I'm competitive and I want to accomplish this task.
okay,
So,
we can do it. So wait, I'm
okay.
gonna wait until the actually, I'm checking the time. I just want to
Oh
wait
yeah.
until it changes so it's like easier to track. Yeah,
Perfect.
I kept interrupting. He's like, "Stop interrupting me," and I'm like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
I could also just like, should I just get my timer out?
Oh, you have it? I don't know where my
Yeah,
phone is actually. Because I want
I
to be.
got it. I'll do the stopwatch. Okay, I've got it. You just tell
You
me
got it?
when it's time to
Alrighty.
hit
Are you
go.
ready?
Yeah.
Alrighty. First question: book you pretend didn't emotionally ruin you.
Oh, The Fault in Our Stars.
Character you're still not over.
Ronald Weasley.
Villain you would defend in public.
Wait, what book that I'll defend in
No,
public?
villain.
Oh, villain. Sharpay Evans.
Movie you quote. That's actually good. Movie you quote way too seriously.
Uh, uh, National Treasure.
Comfort show you rewatch an embarrassing amount.
Friends.
Fictional world you would move to immediately.
Oh, I would die in most of them. But sure, let's say Hogwarts, Harry Potter, sure.
Sure, sure, sure. Character you swear you're just like.
I mean, I would say Princess Anna from Frozen.
You are Anna. Boyfriend you would choose over real people.
A fictional boyfriend?
Yeah, like a book boyfriend. Well, it could be a TV boyfriend. I don't
Hmm.
care.
Oh gosh, there are so many. The first one that just came to my mind is Dr. Jackson Avery.
Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
Right? Yeah, love it.
Yes.
Okay, scene that alter your brain chemistry.
Oh, oh gosh. A scene that altered my brain chemistry.
It
Oh,
could
this
be
is hard.
theater. It could be theater, TV, movie.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is just the first thing that came to my mind. The sort of plot twist reveal scene in John Proctor is the villain. That was one of my favorite
Oh,
plays on
yeah,
Broadway
good. I love it.
recently. I loved
Love
it.
it. Okay, genre you always say you're done with, but you aren't.
Oh, like this. Well, oh, I love like a teeny bopper TV show, like The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Right.
You and I have been watching Maxton Hall. Like, I love a
Oh,
TV show where teenagers are in love. Like, I just love to be an adult teenager.
I love that.
Yes.
Character death you'll never forgive.
Oh God, so many. Um, I'm like, Dobby. Let's just say Dobby.
That's what he told us. I love it. Uh, show you binge in an unhealthy way.
Ooh. What have I? Oh, I mean, this is just the first thing that came to my mind. The Traitors, I'm obsessed with right now, and the first three
Oh,
episodes just dropped, and I watched them way too fast, and now I'm sad that I'm out of episodes until the new one
no.
drops. So
Love
everyone
that.
watch the Traitors. I'm obsessed with the Traitors.
Love that. Adaptation that personally offended you.
Ooh, like I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I feel like the Divergent series was a flop,
Oh, boo.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Character you could fix because you're Delulu.
Oh, like I can fix him.
Yeah.
I can make
Or
him
her. Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, or her, but like, yeah. When I think fix, I think like dating. Um, I'm
Yeah, yeah,
because I'm
I think that
you know what I
that
mean?
well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
Yeah. If you date
yeah,
him, like that person
I
is
could fix
just gonna,
him.
yeah, you can fix them.
Um, so how about like Peter Kavinsky, which I don't think he needs to be fixed now, but in like the first one, like
Just
Laura Jean
not this. Oh yes, to all the
has
boys
to
I
fix
love
him.
before.
I love To All the Boys I Loved Before. Yes, I told you, adult teenager.
I love it. Character who would absolutely. Did I ask you that? Oh no, I said a book. Character who would absolutely ruin you. A
Um,
character.
Xaden from Fourth Wing.
Of course. I love it. Book you recommend knowing it will destroy them.
Oh,
It could be a movie. Something you recommend that you know people are gonna like cry. Like One Day on Netflix that I was
I'll
devastated.
say that one. I guess I recommend it, but it made me so mad. I never watched the final episode because it destroyed me so hard.
I didn't
So,
know it was gonna happen. And nobody
yeah,
told me. So
it made
yes.
me upset.
Show you stopped watching, but still think about.
Uh, oh, so many. I'm really bad at finishing long
Yeah.
shows.
It could be Grace.
Um,
Have you seen Grey's Anatomy like the last few seasons?
I'm behind, so I'll say Grey's Anatomy. I'm still
Okay.
a season behind.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Ship you will go down with.
Ron and Hermione forever.
Yes. Fictional couple you're convinced is endgame. So I guess something that's like still ongoing, right? Like a
Oh, oh, this is hard. Wait.
or you
Uh,
can, yeah.
um, honestly, this is probably gonna be an unpopular opinion. Nancy and Steve. Like, I don't know.
I love them.
I think they find each other again. I love
Yes.
them.
Love it. Line of dialogue that lives rent-free in your head.
Um, uh, no, this is so hard.
No, you're saying it's so true.
Where have you been? From Harry Potter
Harry
2.
Potter. Um, book you became annoying about.
I became
Annoying, like
annoying.
yeah, like
Oh,
you read,
annoying, annoying.
yeah, like you were so obsessed with
Oh,
it.
I mean,
Me with
mm,
everything I read.
I really loved Throne of Glass. I was probably annoying about
So
that
good.
because no one else was reading it when I was reading it.
It's better than Akatar, but whatever.
I agree.
Show you wish you could watch again for the very first time.
Oh, so many. Oh my gosh, for the very first time. I
Yes.
mean, maybe Stranger Things season one.
Yeah.
That's just on my mind right now.
Only three more. Obsession you refuse to call an obsession.
Oh, um, huh. An obsession? I mean, oh, this is so bad because I don't actually like them as human beings, but I unfortunately still watch the Kardashians because I just find it's like watching a train wreck. Like I can't look away. You know what I mean? I
It's
still
like your
watch
guilty
it.
pleasure.
It's my
I
guilty
love it.
pleasure, and I'm embarrassed to admit it.
Are you currently in a fictional hyperfixation?
I mean, I'm really enjoying Fourth Wing, so maybe that one.
Yay! On
Yeah.
a scale from casual fan to needs help, which is where I usually stand, how deep is your current obsession? It doesn't have to be fourth wing, like something that you're obsessed with.
I mean, Christina, I
We
got
needed help
so
with Stranger
obsessed
Things.
with Stranger Things. Like, I do
That's
feel like
true.
I might have to talk to my therapist about it tomorrow
I
because
know.
it's all I could think about it or talk about for a very long
We
time.
need help. I think, yes. That's it.
Yeah.
I think you did have
Okay,
the fun.
I beat Jose, but I did not make it in five
Okay,
minutes.
to be
Six and a
fair,
half minutes.
dude, I caught it. Like, I just thought they were like easy, but I guess they're like, you think about
Some
like,
of them were quick and easy, but some of them were I really had to
or
think.
should I say instead of 5 minutes, six? Is that more real? Is that more
Well,
realistic?
2026, so maybe 6 minutes.
Yeah. People are gonna
I
be
think
like,
so.
now you and Jose are gonna be, that's not fair.
I know. I kind of want to do over. Will you have me and Jose back on your last episode of the
Please.
season and
Yeah.
let us try to beat the
Just
clock? Because I am
you
really
should come
competitive.
home. You should come home
Yeah.
and then we just do it in person, like the
Yeah.
three of us together.
That's true.
And just like it's a bonus episode just to see who can
Yeah.
yes, I
And
love that.
maybe you have to ask us 26 brand new questions so that we're
Yeah,
not already prepared
I
because then
love that.
that's also kind of cheating.
I love that. Yeah, I
Okay.
thought about like the questions thing and then I'm like, oh, if people listen to this episode, they're gonna know the questions for the next one. So I might just move some things around. We'll see. But even
We can
Jose
mix
said
them
they're
up.
kind of even if you think about it, like they're kind of like not difficult, but you kind of
Yeah.
when you ask someone, it's like blank in your head. So,
Yes, exactly. I suddenly was like, oh gosh, oh gosh. Yeah.
yeah,
No, they were great
I
questions and I really
I
enjoyed
love
thinking
you
about them.
so
I
much.
love you.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Oh my gosh, of
This means so
course.
much. You know this. And should I you want to say something before I play the jingle of Certified Delulu again?
I just want to say thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored. Like it really, I was so honored and tickled when you reached out to me about this. I'm so proud of you. I think this is such an amazing concept. I can't wait to listen. I want to listen to the episode that's going to come out today, even though it's in Spanish.
Just
Maybe
like a
I'll
little bit.
still
Just
pick
like
up some of it. I also like that's on me. I really need to get back on my Duolingo and I need to be better with my Spanish so that I can, partake.
I
So
love
good.
you. Thank you so
I
much.
love you so,
Mwah.
so much. Thank you for having me. Best day ever.